The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission presents JADCO and You.
Athlete support personnel have a crucial role to play in guiding athletes as they strive to achieve their goals in their pursuit of excellence. The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO is aware of the impact that athlete support personnel can have on the athletes they associate with. This has led the organization to host the JADCO Symposium annually during the month of January since 2015. The purpose of the symposium is to educate athlete support personnel about the rules governing anti-doping in sport, fair play, and the doping control process. This year, the 4th annual JADCO Symposium was held at the Jamaica Conference Centre, JCC, on Thursday, January 25, 2018, and the theme of the event was Therapeutic Use, Exemption and You. A special emphasis was placed on the importance of the Therapeutic Use Exemption TUE, which is a certificate that allows an athlete to use a prohibited substance or method for the treatment of a legitimate medical condition. Speaking at the symposium, Chairman of JADCO, Alexander Williams, reminded athlete support personnel of the role they play in guiding their athletes when they apply for a Therapeutic Use Exemption TUE.
We are aware of the fact that athletes experience illnesses occasionally, and obtaining a TUE will reduce the likelihood of them receiving a sanction for a legitimate medical condition. Ladies and gentlemen, the mission of the JADCO team today is to engage in dialogue with you, our stakeholders, to highlight the important role you play in guiding the athletes when they apply for a TUE.
Dr. Kevin Jones, Chairman of the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission's Therapeutic Use Exemption Committee, TUEC, was the guest speaker at the event. He used the opportunity to educate athlete support personnel about the importance of the Therapeutic Use Exemption TUE, as well as the process involved in obtaining a TUE certificate.
A therapeutic use exemption is a required document that an athlete needs when they are required to take a prohibited substance or use a prohibited method to treat a diagnosed medical condition. Now, in order to apply for such a document, what needs to happen is that the athlete needs to have clearly documented evidence that the medical condition for which they're applying for a therapeutic use exemption, that the condition exists.
The participants at the event included support personnel from the sporting associations and federations, professional sporting clubs, professional groups, secondary and tertiary institutions. These participants got answers to their questions and were given the opportunity to get feedback directly from JADCO representatives. Presentations at the symposium focused on the functions and responsibilities of JADCO, the doping control process and the Therapeutic Use Exemption TUE. Participants at the event also took part in a roundtable discussion, which focused on the role athlete support personnel can play in assisting athletes to apply for a therapeutic use exemption. Participants at the event left empowered, and this is what they had to say.
What I've learned about therapeutic use exemption is the process for applying, and the fact that athletes have to obtain that exemption before they're able to take any of the drugs that are on the prohibited list.
Jamaica Olympic Association has been aware that from time to time therapeutic use exemption documents have different requirements, and as such we wanted to be afforded the opportunity to be aware that should our athletes be asking us any questions, we knew what was involved and how to direct them to get the necessary information.
As somebody who's involved in the education field, it's very important that people are kept abreast of the information so that you can prevent having to go to a disciplinary committee hearing because of a lack of information. Because far too often persons are sanctioned or they commit violations because they are unaware of the rules and regulations governing events.
What stood out most, the passion by the different organizations, the passion by JADCO, and the interaction. So the information that was shared was quite straight to the point, and the needs that are there for the federations, they can be met.
JADCO is here to help the athletes.
persons tend to see JADCO as a group or an organization that is against the athletes. However, it is the guide for the best for the athletes in terms of their health, in terms of products that they might be using that can taint their careers, because one of the worst things is for an athlete to be branded as a drug cheat, and JADCO is here to assist and to prevent that.
JADCO was given the stamp of approval by athlete support personnel at the event.
Definitely, I would recommend this workshop for other persons who interact with athletes, as well as coaching staff. It is a lot of information, it is a lot of practical information, and it is useful information that can be applied on a day-to-day basis.
Most definitely, I'd recommend this symposium, this workshop for any athlete, because without proper education, you are at your own mercy in terms of making mistakes.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission committed to the fight against doping in sport. For more information, contact JADCO's office at 529 South Odeon Avenue, Kingston 10. Telephone 929-3500 or log on to jadco.gov.jm. Feel free to also visit their Facebook, Instagram, YouTube or Twitter pages. JADCO and You was brought to you by the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.